Today I got in some sunbathing, and I might have found another angel, I don't know. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday. I've forgotten. I don't know. I'm just, I'm really struggling because I was certain that something's going to happen soon, but I've been certain for 12 years, and it's horrible that this is just continuing and continuing, and I'm finding more and more singers. And okay, I don't like the new ones actually. The few ones that I've just seen in the last few days are not ones that I I really, they're not people that I've known or anything. So, but it's just, I just want it to be over. I want the people who know about me to contact me and talk to me, and for this to go public. And I don't believe that it's going to be another year that I'm going to be ignored. But that's how I've always felt. And dealing with the possibility that I might have another year or two to go is just awful. And I don't know why people aren't trying to contact me about or tell me what year this is going to start. There's no prophecy about it starting in a certain year. There's always videos where people take whatever month it is and say that, oh, these are all the reasons why the rapture is going to be in this month. You always get those people, but there hasn't been any specific date that is set and stuff when things are going to change and when people are going to help me. And I there's I don't even know what I need to do, because I want to live and do things. I want a tour, I want a holiday, but I don't want to be around people. I'm still going. I've taken a month off the gym, and I'm going to go back in April, but I'm wondering if I should just quit the gym altogether and just literally just stay in the house all day every day doing nothing but wanting to die. That's I don't want to be here. I don't like this world. I don't like the people in this world, and no one's on my side. No one seems to be helping me. I keep asking people to tell me how long I've got to wait. No one seems to give me any indication on when you're going to stop ignoring me. I've got a couple of people contacting me on Facebook, but some of what they say is gibberish and doesn't seem to make any sense. And I'm not even convinced that they believe that I'm God. I think they just like the idea that I'm fantasizing about being God, and maybe I'll fancy them for whatever reason. One or two people that are contacting me on Facebook, but that's it. And if there's other people watching my videos, watching my Facebook, why are they not contacting me? Why are they not? This is something that I always struggle with. Always want to know, how are you stopping thousands of people from contacting me? And then the possibility that they don't actually know, and that all the conversations that I'm having with them are all done through the spirit, with zero acknowledgement on their part. Maybe that is the truth, and I'm just living in hell, and I can't tell anyone, because they wouldn't believe that this is possible. And it's worse than that. It's not that they wouldn't even believe that this is possible. They wouldn't even be interested. It's like there's something wrong with their head that would make them not even want to question or want to research or want to look up what I'm saying. And because I'm facing this in people I try and reach out to online, it's making me wonder, does any of the celebrities know? And of course they do, but why are they not contacting me? Why are they not talking to me? What is wrong with them? A lot of people talk about the people of God, and I'm just like, do I have any people? If I had people, if I had a family, if my children were here, then why is no one helping me? And then it's just like, well, in a way they are, but in a way they're not, because I don't want to just watch them. It's like I've got absolutely nothing to do, but then again, because I've got the internet, I've got so many things I can do, and because I've got the internet, I don't even need money. All these people are bragging. There's loads of people that are worth millions of pounds and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, well, it's free to go on the internet, so you could have £1 billion in your bank, but if all you want to do is go watch stuff on the internet, there's loads of people that probably have lots of money and can do lots of things, but you can actually learn so much, a lot of things from the internet. And I'm learning a lot of things from the internet. But am I remembering any of it? I don't know. It's a difference between learning stuff and writing about it and then actually remembering it the next day. I used to really know all the Buffy episodes, and I'm watching them now and I don't remember them in the same. Well, it's not that I don't remember them. It's a long time. My memory's been faded. So I'm going over it. But it would be cooler to watch the Buffy episodes like with the whole Buffy crew there, and then I can kind of explain. I can explain the lyrics almost like with the words. There's so many things in it that I feel like, oh, that relates to this and that relates to this, and oh, I get that's supposed to mean this, and yes, that is true, and it would be weird. I still don't understand what's gone on with Nicholas Brendan. He's clearly mentally ill in his videos, and it's very convincing, and it's very real, and it's horrible to just see him watch videos where he's constantly reaching out to people and being like, oh, that person's interested, that person interested, and then I'm like, yeah, well, I'm actually like the biggest Buffy fan, and I'm pretty sure I wrote the show, and what, you blocked me and I can't even contact you now? Why? Because I told you that I was Buffy and Glory, and I was trying to give you a bunch of evidence that I was Christ, and now you've blocked me. It's just like, I'm angry at him for doing that. I'm really angry at him for doing that. If he is genuinely mad, I feel like I don't care. You shouldn't have responded in this way. But at the same time, I'm just like, it's just, is he mad? Is it the truth? I just don't know. So I'm very, very confused. I hate not knowing things, and I think it's the truth, but I don't know. And then I'm just thinking how, I don't want to just say, okay, it's going to be another year. I'm getting older, I'm not young. I'm 38 next month. I'm 38 in a week's time or something, and so to think that, yeah, I don't look 38, but I am. Just to think that my whole life has just been thrown away, and I'm literally just going to spend the whole my life just lying in a bed, pissed off with everyone ignoring me because they're all robots, and I hate people for doing this to me. And how long has it got? I'm going to try and not go back to doing massage, just because of it makes me hate people. It makes me hate the world even more. Feeling like a prisoner, where you can't do anything you want. You have no money, and you it's bad. And okay, doing my massage would give me money to do things, but I'm not going to be happy doing anything because I'm only going to be by myself and just hating the world for ignoring me. And if I go somewhere by myself, it's just like, why am I by myself when there's millions of people who claim to worship me and would open the door for me, and yet they wouldn't. And yeah, I don't think it's hugely bad with my sister. She's got a 2-bedroom and she's renting out one of the rooms, and it's okay. It's true that the 2-year-old did probably choose to be in the parents' room because he didn't want to be left alone. He hasn't been with the parents for over 2 years, and now that he's with them, he's wanting to spend he doesn't want to be left alone. I understand that, but yeah, I think in 3 months' time he is going to want a bedroom, and he's not going to be able to have one unless he goes with my mum, and I don't think I don't know. It's difficult now because he's still in that learning to trust in new people, basically. So if he's only just entered into the family, really, and it's sad that it's been like this. I think the foster carer did grow an attachment during the 2 years and is now wanting to be in the child's life, and the father doesn't really want that. Marco doesn't want that because He wants to end that chapter, and yeah. But I think it's nice that she's caring. That's more than it's more than the social workers who are just going to disappear because they're not getting paid any longer. I mean, that's their job. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm really hoping that something's going to happen, but I'm putting a bit of hope in the April Passover time. I don't know what I'm expecting. I feel like the build up is getting closer and closer, and I would have chosen Joss Whedon a long time ago, but I didn't really know his name, and Buffy's always been my favourite show, so I would have always chosen someone in relation to that. But yeah, I feel like my higher self has actually started to include him in this, and I don't even know how it happened. It just following things online, and things are popping up, and I think maybe it was the reboot of Buffy got people talking, got people posting, and that's when things started popping up. But I don't know. But if he's running the show, or a show that's going to be used to expose me, then I feel like things are nearing. But yeah, to be honest, I've kind of believed that he's known for a very long time, and just wasn't talking to me like all the others. So I don't know. I like listening to those goofy rapture believer people because they keep giving me hope that something's about to happen soon, and this hope that something is about to happen soon kind of gives me hope that I'm not going to be trapped forever. But I don't